back to Action Fan. Today we're going to be taking another Action Man down off of the shelf. Let's take a look and see which one we decide on today. We've got a bit of a storage area going down the bottom here. We really need to get some of these guys off the shelf. So without further ado, drum roll please. This guy, the Action Man Army Medic. Come on mate, I'm going to get you and your patient down. Okay, so here he is on the table looking splendid. Eagle eyes of you all will recognise that we've got a bit of a mix match going on here. We've got the 90s crutches. We've got a 90s Action Man scuba diver, I believe, by the look of his eyes. And we've got 90s oxygen masks. And I don't even think this is an original stretcher. Let's have a quick look in my book and see what it says about him. Right, just incidentally, I found the last issue medic. I think you can see that. That's the last issue medic. And let's crack on and find the first issue medic. Looks like, by the fact that it says last issue, I've got a feeling there might be 3 of them. Okay, so I've found 3 medics in my book. Interestingly enough, the Army medic that I'm showing you now is in the green fatigues. My guy's in camo gear. I don't know why. I'm a little bit confused, as you can tell, because there are 3 different versions. So, right, so the first Army Medic was 1966. Then we've got what's listed in my book as the late issue, which is a lot thinner material jacket, a green jacket with, looks like single pocket, green trousers, black shoes, but a white helmet. The later helmets that had the plastic lugs on the outside. And then after that, there's what's called the last issue medic, which is all white. All white. Looking at the helmet, he's the first edition. Right, let's do a little bit of reading about the first edition. First edition should have a stretcher, but it's got foldable legs at the bottom. It's got some mechanism on the bottom there. Mine hasn't. Mine's obviously a later issue of some kind. Stretcher, Red Cross flag, which he's got. His Red Cross flag. Red Cross armband, which he's got. Medic bag. He's got a bag. I don't know if it's the medic bag. I think it is. There's some contents in the bag. I haven't looked in that. We'll look in a minute. And that would be rolled gauze bandage, triangle gauze bandage, plasma bottle, which we've got a plasma bottle there. I think you can just make that out. Hold it up, mate. Stethoscope, which we haven't got for him yet. 4 plastic splints. No, we haven't got them. And small safety pins. And we haven't got them. So I'll just double check the bag. You never know, maybe we've got them in there. Feels empty to me. My bag's empty. I'm not sure if that's the medic bag. You guys can let me know. Special features. Transparent plastic plasma bottle is made in 2 parts. The top has a triangle wire clip and there are black gauges on the blood red paper inserts. Yep, just make that out. I'll show you some close-ups. At the bottom of the clear tubing is a pin that can be inserted into the patient's clothing. Right, okay, so we've got a pin here on the end there. We'll insert that into him just there. But the medic bag is made of the same heavy weave material as the combat field pack and entrenching tool cover. Yeah, it is quite heavy material. The double stitch shoulder strap is connected to the bag itself by a semicircular hook buckle and a ring on either side. Oh yeah, it is, yeah. There we go, there's a close-up. Helmet and armband. The A1 helmet was only available from a separate equipment card and has a white circular red cross insignia on both sides. The white felt armbands also have a Red Cross emblem. Note the white centre to the cross in each case. And it also goes on to mention there's a G.I. Joe light green camo M1 helmet here in this picture. He's got an M1 Garand. In the picture he's using his rifle to put the plasma bottle on, so we're going to show him with his rifle, I believe, just because we've got one. This one, the elastic has stretched, so we need some new elastic for that. Action Man HQ has actually got the Army Medic set from 1966, the first edition, in camouflage like my Action Man. Where in my book, as you've seen, he's dressed in the basic fatigues. So he's in green. So it's kind of like, I'm sure you can mix match it depending. So for me, he's more of a paratrooper medic, and the other one's just a army medic. So at some point, I might do two of these, green uniform and the camouflage uniform. Let's have a read from Action Man HQ. He's based on the action soldier figure. Brown boots, fatigues are needed from the basic figure. The basic uniform you would use, and you would add to it with the medic stuff. The army medic figure is basically an accessorized action soldier. Right, another thing that I can't quite find, probably I've overlooked it. I do know that he's supposed to be wearing a belt. In all the pictures of things, maybe eBay and some other things I've noticed on the internet, they talk about the medic pouch on his belt. It's on my picture here in my book, and it's also on Action Man HQ, but I'm unable to find any information at the moment about his belt. So that's another thing that we need to complete this guy. So as it stands, we need the contents of his bag, maybe an original flag if we're going to be picky, another armband, an original stretcher. Here's the crutches. There you go. Looks like an original crutch. And once again, I can see this guy's wearing a belt, and it does appear to have the medic pouch, which is a long pouch. I'll show that in a picture now. I'll show you a picture of the original flag now. Action Man HQ, they've got a picture of the original flag. Also, they've got a medic box like the Scramble Pilot would have. They've got a little medic box. Now, whether that came with his set or whether they just added it to the picture for artistic license, I don't know. Obviously, you can buy reproduction armbands from Action Man HQ. Action Man HQ is a great source of information, and it's also a great source of reproduction parts like armbands, stickers, anything like that. So go to their website and have a look at that, or I do believe they sell on eBay as well. Right, so a quick recap. The first issue was pictured normally with the action soldier's basic green fatigues. So he should probably be in that. If he was a G.I. Joe Marine camo, basic soldier, because they had that. Action Man didn't have that. Or to Action Man, we called that the Beachhead Assault camouflage. So I hope that makes sense. I'm probably going to show this guy with a 90s figure. I know it's a bit blasphemous, but we're probably going to do that. Obviously, you can just make out this guy's hands ain't quite on properly. So off camera, I'm going to go and put his hands on, and I'm going to put his armband on. I knew I had one somewhere. I've gone ahead and find a belt for him. This was the medic pouch I talked about, but I'm not so sure now because you guys will probably know better than me. Let's go ahead and put that on him. Now we'll display this guy with his M1 rifle, although it needs new elastic, and we'll get round to it. I do need to make a list of things I need to update in the cupboard because they are getting a little bit out of hand. There's a lot of things in there that I'm forgetting to do, i.e. the Australian needs a new elastic on his flamethrower. The Beachhead Assault needs a new flamethrower, he hasn't got one. So there's a few things that we've got to do. We'll be doing that in an update from the cupboard episode. Right, there's this guy, just put his plasma bottle on. Here's a close-up. A 90s oxygen mask. Probably take that off at some stage. He's also got, I think, a 90s plasma bag, but we can take off as well, make him more keeping with the date. Not much left for me to say to this guy except Action Man Medic Set 1966, get in the cupboard. Right, we're over here at the cupboard, and obviously this guy is wearing American Marine outfit. We will endeavour a late date to 2nd edition stretcher and flag with a 2nd edition medic, but for now we'll mix and match. Right, so this guy now leads me with another dilemma. The Germans moved from that corner to there. Now I'm kind of thinking they need to move again because we need our medic there. I'm thinking into this cupboard for the Germans here. And we might have to soon steal some room in our 90s cupboard. Okay, let's go and take the Germans from this cupboard and just put them into the corner of that cupboard. There's the Germans. Haven't quite set them up properly yet. Let's go ahead and put our medic and patient in there. At a later date, we'll have to come up with a plan, whether he just stands up or whether he's kneeling down like that. I'm not so sure, because as we run out of space, we're going to have to rethink either that or we're going to need a new cupboard. I've already hinted at the 90s cupboard might have to become a vintage cupboard. There's our Army's medic set with his hybrid bits and pieces until we find some more original. I think what we might do is we might move the Beachhead Assault over with him. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. Up. There's the medic being covered by the Beachhead Assault soldier. And along here, just behind there, we've got the machine gunner, which isn't displaying well. We'll have to rethink that at some stage. The rest of the American guys. So I think that's great. A whole shelf dedicated to the Americans. And just a big shout out. There's Jim again there. And he's action soldier fatigues there. My one and only G.I. Joe. And he's G.I. Joe Jim. Well, there you go. Right. That's it. That's him in the cupboard. I'll give you one last look at this guy. The Army medic from 1966 in his camo Beachhead Assault outfit. Right, thanks for watching this episode of Action Fan Off the Shelf. Don't forget to like and subscribe